The drive-in was, we had thought of creating kind of a private screening room before, an intimate little setting for a movie experience. We've had, probably over 600 screenings, something like that. I think that drive-ins provide people with a much more intimate setting, and people can come with their friends and laugh and discuss throughout the movies. You can exchange ideas and thoughts on specific scenes and things like that you can't do in a regular theater.
Steven Spielberg's Lost Highway.
Oh, this is weird. Oh my God, I'm like filming it through the windshield.
I remember seeing Duel on TV when it was first aired. I was very young. My father was with Universal Pictures, so of course there was a certain pride in the film at the time, and I just remember being horrified and just, it just absolutely, riveted. I mean, this was still a time when TV movies were still respectable, when the TV movie didn't have the stigma of, something to be avoided. There were still some halfway decent films being made.
A lot of these earlier films have a kind of perfection to them.
Well, they also lack the baggage that he tends to bring to every film these days. If Duel was made today, he would have issues with his mom and his dad. His father wouldn't have loved him enough. His mother would have abandoned him. He'd be a bad father himself, and we'd have half the film dealing with that issue instead.
Yeah, but some
and that is what to me just detracts from all his recent work.
Where I would differentiate something like this from something like Munich is there are a lot of, to me, complications that don't really add to the impact of the film. Whereas here, it's a very subjective experience of this one guy being menaced, and you're always in his shoes. And films like Munich could have done with more of that.
Well, but
and less of
context. Who they are and what they are in these early films doesn't matter as much, and that's my problem with his later films, is that these characters become they're not real people anymore. Dennis Weaver here, or Roy Scheider, or Dreyfuss in Close Encounters. They really are the everyman in a way, right? And
I'll kind of go with you there a little bit in his later films, except that there's always moments where he remembers him, where Spielberg remembers himself and gives us a subjective experience. The problem is that it's not sustained the way it is in films like this, films like Duel. We'll get a moment like Morgan Freeman going down into the hold of the slave ship in Amistad, right, and he's really putting you there. But then he goes and he gives us history and courtroom scenes. He jumps all over the place to me. I want my filmmakers to do what this guy's doing here, putting this guy in a car. He's trying to make this meeting, and this truck is fucking with him.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
But his intelligence and his depth is expressed in the frame.
Right. Not
in any kind of elaborate screenwriting.
But yeah, I mean, that actually brings up something that I saw. I don't think he has his actions. 15. And Tumbleweed. But no, oh god, now, see, now he's got me speechless. That's son of a bitch. See, and this is the thing. It's like there are rattlesnakes and a truck and a tarantula, and you don't know where the fucking danger is coming from. Now, I think my favorite shot is coming up. Let me see.
With the scene of Dennis Weaver in the car?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, you're exactly. No. It's precision. No, it's like he rounds the corner.
Oh yeah.
No, I think Steven knows what I'm talking about.
It's coming.
That's my favorite shot now. Dennis Weaver in the car. Okay, here we go.
Here you go.
Here we go.
Here it is.
So it's like he's driving along, everything seems fine, and all of a sudden, and then boom, like that. Yeah, the truck foregrounded. It's like Weaver foreground truck, like, you know, that's like the precursor to the famous Jaws push in, pull out of Shiger on the beach, I think. Yeah. And it's like all this other shit. Oh my god, you know.
That guy just being dramatic.
Yeah, he didn't have time to slow down or anything.
So like miles back.
When you have wood paneling, you can do that.
He's just showing off right now. This to me is just Spielberg just having a tremendous amount of fun with extreme focal lengths and snap zooms and
Okay,
all that
but
fun stuff.
yeah, so there's the technical side, but what do you feel underlying it? Because I think there probably is something there. Can you express it, or is it something that you prefer to just remain mysterious, that the technique just kind of brings out for you, and that you complement as a viewer?
No, I mean it's pretty straightforward what he's expressing. He's expressing that he's finding a way in his limited shooting schedule and his small budget to give you the subjective experience of a guy who's unused to physical confrontation on the road, being confronted by God knows who. It's pretty simple.
Right.
But he wants you to feel it. And so many directors do not know how to make you really feel it. This film, and I think Sugarland Express, there are no dissolves. There are a few dissolves in this film, I think, toward the end. But it's just cuts. It's mostly just, location sound. And then the music comes in points like this.
Right.
It's just a filmmaker naked, contending with storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing wrong with Spielberg that taking away all his money won't fix.
And maybe that's what he needs. I mean, I would kill to see him go back and do something like this. And I don't think he's capable of making a film anymore without putting too much of Steven Spielberg TM into his films, and that's unfortunate.
And you just have to strip the man. You have to just give him this camera.
Let's strip
him. And a 5-man crew and strand him somewhere, and you'll see something.
Well, Amy Irving stripped him enough. But, man, yeah. See, not subtle.
Not symbolic at all.
Even now, not subtle. So you know what, Spielberg, keep doing what you're doing, man. I love you. And yeah.
I say go back to this, man.
Oh please, no, no. We can't make people regress any more than we can. So we have to deal with who they are, flaws and all.
Well, with any luck, the economy will do it for us. He'll lose his fortune some kind of way.
Oh, whatever.
He'll be reduced to using this camera.
Rich people can make great movies.